What's up, YouTube? It's Rob DJ Ville, and these are my suggestions for spring 2016. No particular order. These are just things in my collection that I think would work well for you if you're interested in doing the time and research to check these fragrances out. Okay? So, first up, fragrance that dropped in 08 from Estee Lauder. It's called Brazil Dream. I think this is a nice fragrance to wear in spring. Again, it came out in 08. It's only available in a 50 ml and it's no longer in production, but you can still find it. It's an interesting mix of like spicy notes and woody notes. If you want to do the research, please go to Fragrantica or Base Notes and find out all the information on this fragrance, but I think it's something that would work in spring and even into the earlier months of summer. So if you are inclined, check this one out. Brazil Dream, Estee Lauder. Here's another one that I think would work for you guys. It's Carven Homme. This is an oldie but goodie. Dropped in 1999. This has kind of got like cinnamon, lavender, and some other notes going on. It's kind of got this balmy vibe to it. It's a cheapy, but it's very good. So, you know, it's all about the juice ultimately, and this is a really nice fragrance. I think this would work in the cooler times for spring and even into summer, but I would say maybe on the cooler days of summer or even at night. Check this one out. I think you might dig it. Okay, Carven Homme. All right. Another one I can't recommend enough is a pretty nice one for him, Narciso Rodriguez. I believe this dropped in 07. Off the top of the head, it's like you've heard the phrase to describe this one. It smells like wet concrete. But it actually does have this vibe to it where it sounds like, or it smells like wet concrete. It's a violet-based fragrance, and it's class in a bottle. It's definitely unique. It's not a whole lot of notes. I know it's violet. I believe it's musk also, and maybe like one or two other notes. But if you want to look into it, please do. I think this would work great, you know, in springtime, cooler weather. I think it's a winner. It's a winner all around. You can wear it whenever you want to, but I do believe this is a fragrance that will work in a cooler time for spring. All right. So for him, Narciso Rodriguez. Can't speak enough on this one. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I finally snagged another bottle, actually a few bottles, and this was Iquitos. All right. I believe this one dropped in 88 or 89. The person behind it is Alain Delon. He's an actor from overseas. This is a rosy, oak moss, pine. It's got a lot of things going on, and it may sound like it's kind of loud, but it's actually it's soft, but it resonates. That even makes sense. And it's no longer in production, but it's definitely a highly rated vintage old school fragrance. And if you happen to run across it someplace, put your nose on it. If you find it for a great price, pick it up. If you are into rose at all, or you're into, like, you know, vintage fragrances and you dig oak moss, you know, a little pine, check this one out. I think you might dig it. Again, this is one of my all-time favorites, and it's very, very highly rated. If you see it online, it's going to fetch a pretty penny, but if you keep your eyes peeled, you can catch it at a really great price, and I can't recommend it enough. All right, Iquitos, Alain Delon. Okay, all right, one of the classics I used to rock back in college. Okay, this is the original and vintage bottle, New West. Okay, let me get that around so you can see. I'm sorry, New West. All right, this is the original formulation. This is a really nice frag. Some people say it's hard to wear. I disagree. It's like, it's pine, it's oak moss, it's got some oceanic notes. It's unique, and I think this works great in spring. If you are inclined, check this one out, man. Do your research, and definitely try to get this particular bottle. This bottle is the original formulation. They've got the other generic bottle that a lot of the Aramis brand fragrances go into, but this is the original New West bottle that the original formulation is in. If you can pick this one up, please do. All right, New West by Aramis. Yo, This one right here is definitely one that a lot of cats sleep on. This is Dunhill by Dunhill. This is like iris, tonka, vetiver, classy, great smelling fragrance. The iris doesn't smell like, you know, DHI, but it's got the iris note. It's not as pronounced, but it's there. It's got the tonka going on, vetiver. This is a really great fragrance that I don't see a lot of cats talking about, and I can't recommend this one enough. This would work great in the spring. You could even wear it in the cooler times of summer. All around great fragrance. It's very versatile. Check it out if you're inclined. Dunhill by Dunhill. Guys, here's one that's a winner, dropped 2010. It's Pal Zileri, Viaggio di Africa. All right, you can see that or not. Great fragrance. This one is like iris, tonka, vetiver. Man, this is a great fragrance. It's got this smokiness to it, a certain like dryness. It's classy. I think it works on a lot of occasions, but I think it would definitely shine in springtime. And I think you can get it for under $100 if you do your research and keep an eye out for it. I scored mine for about $80. It's a great fragrance, and it's no longer in production, but it's worth checking this one out. Okay, so again, Pal Zileri, Viaggio di Africa. All right, guys, here's another classic. This is from '96, Kiton Men. All right, this is violet, pineapple. I believe it's some musk, some other things going on, man. This is a really, really great fragrance. A lot of people say this one kind of smells like GIT. Don't know which one came first. Again, this one came out in '96. You can get this one on eBay all day long. Great fragrance. This is a sleeper. This is really a nice fragrance. It's a classy fragrance. Definitely works in spring. So if you can get your hands on this one, please do. Again, Kiton Men. All right, guys, another nice one. This is Geirness by Geir. Okay, really nice fragrance out of Norway. There are only 4 notes listed for this one. I believe it's like fruity, floral, woody, and something else. Doesn't get into specifics, but it's kind of got this light floral with a little bit of sweetness, but it's not like a feminine floral. It's kind of in the middle. Man, this is a really nice fragrance, and I'm not really a person that's into floral type fragrances, but this is just a fragrance that's done really, really well, and it would work in spring, it would work in summer, and it's just an all-around fragrance, nice fragrance. You can tell it's blended very well. Check it out. You can get it at a decent price online. All right, Geirness by Geir. All right, from Norway. Guys, if you're into barbershop frags at all, this is a splash throwback style. All right, this is called Windsor, Dr. Harris and Company. Let me pull that in for you. Can you see that? Windsor, Dr. Harris and Company. This is a nice old school barbershop vibe. It's vetiver, it's some woods, it's leather. This is a really, really nice fragrance, man. And if you're into that type of vibe, you know, I'd say definitely pick this up. I picked this up online on eBay, and this was actually, I got up on this because they had a Base Notes had a list out, top 500 fragrances, I guess of the last decade or modern times or something like that. And this was in the list. So, you know, it's a little harder to find, but it's still in production, and it's nice. You know, if you don't like the barbershop vibe, you won't dig it. But if you like that type of vibe, I think you'll enjoy this fragrance. Again, it's Windsor by Dr. Harris and Company. Okay, guys, here's a banger. This is definitely for the cooler months of spring. Just got up on this one recently, and I really like this fragrance. All right, it's by Halston, and it's called Halston Amber Man. Okay, it's amber, it's woods, some other notes. Definitely check this one out. You know, it's for definitely the cooler months of spring. You could probably also pull this off when it's a little bit warmer, but it's got to be at night, I believe. But you don't want to overspray. But I would say, again, mostly for the cooler months of spring, Halston Amber Man, do your research. This one, it wears very well. It lasts, it projects. This is a really nice fragrance that I don't see a lot of cats talking about. And you can get it for a really, really great price, I think, from fragrance.net. Okay, so again, Halston Amber Man. Yo, here's another classic, 96 L'Homme by Versace. All right, this one is, it's got citrus, it's got musk, it's got vetiver, leather, got a little bit of floral. Great barbershop frag, another one. If you are into barbershop fragrances at all, you know, give this one a try. You should have already smelled this one. It's a classic from back in the day. Another fragrance that I think would really work well in the warm weather. Oops, I'm sorry, well in the spring. So if you're inclined, check it out. L'Homme by Versace. Okay. All right, guys. Here's another one for spring that works pretty well. I think it's from like '03. This is Chic for Men by Carolina Herrera. All right, pretty nice fragrance. This has got like a watermelon note. I don't really smell that too often in men's fragrances, but it's got a watermelon note. It's got, I think, cedar, musk. It comes off like a violet base fragrance to me. I really enjoy it. My wife doesn't like it that much, but she doesn't like violet. I'm not the biggest violet fan, but you know, it doesn't, if it's done right, it doesn't bother me. And I think this fragrance is done right. It performs well and it's really nice. So if this is something that sounds kind of up your alley, definitely do your research on it. It's Chic for Men by Carolina Herrera. All right. Hey guys, here's another one. It's a banger from back in the day. I think this came out like 89, 90. Not really certain. But it's patchouli, it's oak moss, cedar, and some other notes going on. But this one performs like a beast, and I think is a great fragrance for the spring. All right, Balenciaga Pour Homme. All right, if you're not up on this one, get up on this one. It's a classic, no longer in production, but you can still find it if you search for it. And do your research. All high marks. You know, if to me, I look at vintage fragrances almost like good music. Good music is good music. It doesn't matter if the song was made in 1975, 1990, 2010, yesterday. If it's a good fragrance, it's a good fragrance. If it's good music, it's good music. And good music is timeless. I feel like great fragrances are timeless also. I know that's not an opinion that's shared by all, but that's my opinion on it. And I actually show you fragrances that are in my collection that I do wear. So, you know, it's not about the newest thing all the time. And for me, you know, I go back and forth between new and old and what's in the middle. And I think this is a great fragrance, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So again, Balenciaga Pour Homme. All right, guys. Lastly is a fragrance that's a flanker to one of my all-time favorites. This is a barbershop vibe fragrance, and the last of the ones in the collection that I'm presenting. This is 1881 edition Blanche, and this is the barbershop vibe. Again, it's lavender, it's patchouli, it's what else? A little bit of vetiver, leather, dry mint. It's nice. If you like the barbershop vibe, you know, I say give this one a try. It doesn't perform as well as the original 1881. To me, this is more like a 4 to 5 hour performer, but you can get it for a steal. I've seen it from like 20 to like 30 something bucks. So if you can snag it, and if you like that vibe, check it out. Okay, 1881 edition Blanche. Okay, hey, those are my suggestions for spring 2016. like, comment, subscribe. BJville. Peace.